heard about the importance of customers and how treating them well can grow our businesses, haven't we? But how do you do that? It's not as if a company will try to treat their customers badly, is it? But sometimes they do things that will make their customers really unhappy without even realizing it. They just don't think that much about their customers. They're too busy thinking about their businesses and their brands. And that's where adopting a customer-first strategy comes into play. Well, hi there. My name is Drummond-Dunn, and I'm President and Chief Catalyst at C3 Centricity, a global consultancy. I'm so happy that you're thinking about adopting a customer-first strategy in your own organization. Now, it doesn't matter whether you work in a multinational, a large company, a small or medium-sized company, or even a mom-and-pop store. A customer-first strategy is essential for all businesses, all industries, and all brands. Now, before I go on, let me explain that I use the word customer for the people that buy and or use your products and services. If you prefer to use the word consumer or client in your own industry, then no problem. Just replace customer by consumer or client in your head when I speak about them. You see, this is what my career of over 3 decades has been all about: identifying, understanding, and then delighting the customers of the organizations for which I've worked. And they are some of the best known household brands from some of the largest multinationals across the globe. But I'll tell you more about them and me in a future session. For now, I think we should take a look at the contents of this extensive and carefully detailed course about adopting a customer-first strategy so that you have a better idea about whether it's what you're looking for or not. It was Warren Buffett who once said it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. In today's connected world, I would say that things get shared online in far less than 5 minutes. Negative reactions in particular seem to go viral in seconds. It seems that people love bad news, especially when it concerns big brands. Just think about the United Breaks Guitars incident, which happened over 10 years ago now, but is still remembered even today. I think that that's partly due to the fact that it happened to a music band, and not surprisingly, the event was turned into a trio of protest songs by Canadian musician Dave Carroll and his band Sons of Maxwell. Could United have avoided the incident? Of course. No one wants to see their luggage being thrown around or worse, dropped, and I'm sure United didn't encourage such behaviour. But they weren't customer-centric, so their employees didn't think about the guitar's owner, nor about just how fragile the article was. Unfortunately, United aren't alone. Even after years of talking about the importance of the customer for businesses, it's clear that most organizations forget the customer when they're in work mode. It's as if employees take off their customer hats when they enter their workplace. But we're going to change all that, aren't we? This course is going to give you the essentials of adopting a customer-first strategy, as well as the tools to put your customers at the heart of your organization. And you're going to get crystal clear about your company's strengths and development opportunities to satisfy and delight your customers. Over the next 14 sections and more than 60 sessions, you're going to learn everything you need to know to support your organization in becoming more customer-centric. It's going to be a lot of fun, but it's also going to challenge you, your thinking, and your company's processes. But in doing so, it will make you and your organization more customer-centric. It will also make your brands more appreciated and, dare I say, loved by your customers. Now on to the details of the course. We'll start by understanding why it is so important to adopt a customer-first strategy, especially in these days of reviews and ratings being shared online for all to see. We'll also look at the 4 foundations of a customer-first strategy, those of understanding the customer and then adapting the company, its brands and processes to not only meet but surpass the customer's needs and desires. In the 4 customer sections, we'll cover everything to do with your customers, from how you can choose the very best customers for your offer to how you can begin connecting with them. We'll review how you can actually involve your customers in your business on a day-to-day basis, before covering what changes you will need to make in your organization to fully adopt a customer-first strategy. And I'm sure you'll be glad to hear that we'll even cover how to upgrade your innovation processes for more success and speed to market. The next 2 sessions will cover everything to do with what needs to change in your organization, from your mission and vision statements to strategy development and business planning. The other sessions of the company section will look to the future and how you can prepare to be ready for whatever happens. Things are changing so fast these days that the only way not to get left behind is by thinking about possible plausible opportunities and threats for your organization. That way, you have the foundation to act quickly should any of them actually take place. This is called scenario planning, and I personally am a big fan of it, although I despair with the lack of interest of most companies in preparing any. The next section, which is the longest, will cover everything to do with your products and services. We'll cover how you can actually involve your customers in your business, especially when it comes to innovation. After all, your customers may not know what they want, as Steve Jobs was once quoted as saying, but they can tell you what bothers them with the products and services that are available today. And they will also tell you what they think of your ideas. They can share their opinions about their challenges in the categories you're interested in and what solutions they would be interested in having. Then having your customers as partners in innovation, it will greatly increase not only your speed to market, but also the likely success of your new product and service launches. We'll then look at building your brand image and equity. And because almost all companies and offers these days are branded with the corporate name, we'll also look about how to compare company and brand images, as well as how to follow the changes as you progress in your strategy. We'll end the products and services section by discussing KPIs, key performance indicators, to measure the progress of them. Not just the usual sales, shares and financial metrics, but also customer indicators to ensure that they too are increasing. Things like awareness, interest, loyalty and advocacy. The last 2 sections will be about information management and sharing. Collaboration is the name of the game these days, and not just with your customers. Most organizations have far more information in-house than they realize, so this section will be very useful for everyone. In addition, it will ensure that every employee will have the latest information about your customers and also how their own work influences retention, loyalty, and satisfaction. As Maya Angelou famously said, I've learned that people will forget what you say, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. It's important to understand that it is only by making your customers feel differently about your brand that you will get them to change their attitudes and behaviors towards it. That's why a customer-first strategy is so important for all businesses, industries, and companies. We'll be covering a lot in this course, won't we? But it really is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to adopting a customer-first strategy. Now, as it's one of my passions, I could easily speak for another few hours on the topic if you let me, but I want you to start getting the benefit of what I teach as quickly as possible. So I'll be sharing the most useful and actionable ideas that will enable your organization to become more customer-centric very fast. Once you've completed this course, you can always dig into some areas in more depth, and I'll be preparing follow-up courses so you can do just that. For now, it's time to decide if this course is for you. Is the content what you were expecting? I hope you think that it covers even more than you were expecting, as I always try to surprise and delight my students. I do hope that you decide to join me on this course about adopting a customer-first strategy, because I can't wait to share all my knowledge and my passion with you. So sign up today and I'll see you in section 1. In it, I'll tell you a little bit more about me, and I'll also explain what a customer-first strategy is and why it's so important to adopt if you want your business to not only survive, but also to thrive in these turbulent times of pandemics and retail upheaval and technological expansions. So, see you again soon in section 1.